Welcome back, my air signs. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. This is your reading for the month of April. And as always, we're going to start with an oracle card for the energy coming in. Love my air signs. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Ooh, that's always a great card, right? Because we know, especially our air signs, they're thinkers and they don't like to be stuck in one space. They love change. They're free flowing, my air signs. They're like the wind. They like movement. They don't like stagnation. Expect powerful change. Wow. All right. So during the new moon, get ready. Something is going to happen. I want you to come back and leave a comment. All right. Let us know, air signs, what powerful change came your way during the full moon or the new moon. All right. In regards to your house of interpersonal relationships, there's some struggles. There's some challenges. There can be some debates, some heated arguments. Okay. Try not to be a dick about it. Okay. Don't, you might be right and you might win the argument or whatever the situation is, but try not to load it over people's heads because today you might be in the right. Tomorrow you're the one who's going to be wrong. Okay. So just don't be a dick. But you are going to win that debate. You're going to win that argument. And you're probably in the right. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying don't be a jerk and kind of, go gossiping about it or loading over their heads or start bragging how you got all the receipts and you wondered, and you knew you were right. Be a little bit more grown up about it, okay? Be a little bit more grown up about it. We are talking about your relationship with people after all. All right, this is the second time this card, after all that shuffling, this card has come up, okay? And it came up in the same position in my last reading. All right, we're looking at a veteran. We're looking at somebody with a lot of experience. We're looking at somebody who's gone through it, okay? And this particular person, they have a lot to offer. And they don't, it's one of those people like they should be retiring, they should be moving on, but they're just not ready yet. They feel like they still have more to give. Whatever they've built around them, they want to make sure that it's on solid ground and it's just not going to topple over easily. Okay. Challenges. Queen of Swords. This is bizarre. This is bizarre because the Queen of Swords came out in the same position during my last reading. Both of these cards are exact to the last reading that I just did. Wow. The Queen of Swords. Tell you the same thing I told. Okay, this is a woman, a man, a person, very transparent. They just tell you how it is. They don't sugarcoat anything. It's a challenge because, sometimes we're not ready to hear the truth. And, sometimes the truth hurts. Especially for my air signs, okay? Especially for my air signs. This is a blow to your ego. Be careful. Okay. Whatever that person's going to tell you, just be ready for it. Be open to accepting it. The challenge is going to be you want to resist it. The challenge is you're going to want to argue with them about it. The challenge is you're not ready to hear it. You're kind of feeling a little closed off to it. But it is for your own betterment. Let's look at your strength card. Let me tell you, if this was a full reading, I can just start pulling clarifiers on this because there is such a story here for you, air signs. And I have a feeling a lot of it has to do with this expected powerful change that's going to come your way. Okay. I think this change is coming because somebody's going to tell you something you're not ready to hear, but you need to hear. And it's going to move you into action. Strength card, the reverse, 4 of Pentacles. Okay, your strength card is this. The reverse, it's a strength because it's almost like, okay, I'm trying to frame it over for you. While the normal 4 of Pentacles is a card of restriction, holding back, conformity, tightness, the reverse is letting go, spendthrift, just not thinking about consequences, just kind of doing it, just kind of being out there, not really being kind of stabilized or practical about it. It's more about like shooting at the hip and going. So this being in the reverse, so that's the reverse, right? And it's a strength because I think what it's basically telling you, air sign, is that when this whole story, this whole narrative is playing out for you, right, where you normally felt like, hey, I know better. I've been there, done that. I've been a leader. If people only realize what I've gone through, they would appreciate me. And you think you're justified and you think you're right in all of this. Somebody's really going to tell you what the hard truth is. And the strength in having a reverse 4 of Pentacles is because in order to deal with it, you got to let go. The strength is letting go, surrendering, okay? Giving up this closed-mindedness, this defensiveness, this rigidity, and letting it go so that you can experience this powerful change in your life. All right? So do you see how that works for you? Okay? You have to surrender it. Yeah. And all of this, really, it has to do a lot with people. A lot with people. Okay. This is going to be this year, this month, this April is going to be a real learning curve for you in your work relationships and your family relationship and your partner relationship, because it's not so much an incident or an event, it's cumulatively. It's a part of your life, your experience that you need to evolve in. Okay. See what message we have from Spirit. Dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams from day reborn. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams from days to morn. All right. I get it. I get what you want me to tell them. What they're trying to tell me is, okay, April, it's the time where you need to get the rest you need. Okay, you need some sleep time. You need some self-care time, a lot of self-care time. Okay, because you're going to go through that whole narrative that we spoke about, and it's going to be exhausting and it's going to wear you out. And the magic is that self-care to sleep. Wondrous dreams from days reborn. So pay attention to your dreams. Okay. When you have your dreams, try to write them down if you remember them. Look for messages in your dreams. Okay, so analyze your dreams because it's really going to also help you to figure out a lot about what's going on. All right, my air signs, have a great April, and we will see you in May. And thanks again. Remember to like, subscribe. And if you think other air signs would be interested in this reading or any of my other readings, let them know. And also take a look back at, God, I don't remember if it was water sign. One of the readings or fire sign, one of the readings the reading I did before this one, you had two very similar cards in the same positions, which always astonished me because I shuffle. But it's the messages. When Spirit wants you to hear something, they will give you those messages. All right. Talk soon. Bye.